Hello, you guys. I am going to be making something in the kitchen today again. We're going to be making banana bread. So I am going to take you guys with me to make this, and then I'm going to share the recipe after I make it as well, just to share with you guys how I make it, and then the recipe, that way you guys can make it as well. I kind of just do my own thing again, per usual, but this is our favorite banana bread. It does not last long when you make it. It's so good. So I have my ingredients here. So one thing that really surprises me for this banana bread is that you need sour cream, and that just helps it be very, very soft. So that is one thing that I keep on hand only for banana bread, because we don't use it for anything else. Banana bread only. All right, so this is the part that I kind of just do my thing here. This is something that I have just added in ever since I've started making banana bread for us, and we absolutely love it. It's so good. It's obviously not healthy, but it's so good. So I take brown sugar and cinnamon. So I just take a spoon and start pouring some in my dish here. Usually it's about 3/4 cup of brown sugar, and then we do a good tablespoon of cinnamon. So it just depends on how much cinnamon you like. Obviously, if you don't like that much cinnamon, don't add that much cinnamon in there. But like I just scoop. But that's estimated to be about 3/4 cup of brown sugar, and then about a tablespoon of cinnamon. And I use this on the top of my bread here, and I'll show you guys when I use that and how I use that here in a little. Okay, so I have my batter, my brown sugar topping, and then I spray the pans with just like the good Pam spray. If you have another alternative that you like doing, that's fine. I just like spraying my pans, or buttering them would work too, because I take them out of these pans and freeze them. So I want them to remove easily from these pans. So that is why I spray all of my pans. So just making sure you're getting like the sides and the bottom of the pan for easy removal. And then after I have that, I will start pouring my batter. Let me grab my spatula. I will start pouring my batter into my pans. Now I do 2 large ones and 1 small one. I don't make these, like, I don't fill them to the extent that some people probably would, like the large pans. You could totally just do 2 large loaves with this batter, but I don't know, we like it this way. I've always done it this way, just done like 2 large ones and then a mini, and that's kind of how we like it. So we always eat the mini one right away, of course, and then the other 2 I freeze, and then that way we can pull it out of the freezer whenever we want, and it's so handy. I had made these for the freezer for after after hazy, and we ate them so fast. So I ended up making them quite often, and now I literally buy bananas just so they go bad, just so I can make banana bread. It's bad. We love it. All right, so now we have that in our pans. We're gonna set down that bowl, and then next step is going to be adding this brown sugar topping. So I literally just take the same spoon we used to mix it up, and I just sprinkle it on top, getting the edges. So what this kind of does, it kind of caramelizes almost the bread on the top, and it just gives it such good flavoring. I've taken this to a couple new mamas that just had babies, and the response that I get always on this bread is, that is the best banana bread I have ever had. And it's just like a recipe that I got off of Pinterest for like the main bread, and then the top part, this part is just a recipe that I kind of put together on my own. So it's a combination of a couple different things, and then a Pinterest goodie. And sometimes I use all of my crumbs, and sometimes I don't. It varies a lot, kind of how much I ended up scooping in there. So if you don't like as much toppings, obviously you wouldn't have to use as much mixture-wise, but that's kind of how they look. So I'm going to put them in the oven now, and I have the oven on 350, and it usually takes about an hour to bake these. Close-up of the bread and how it looks before it is done baking. So we're ready for the oven now. Have it on 350, and I usually try to stick it in the middle part here. And then my little one, I just gonna kind of sit on top there. And now we bake them. All right, so the bread is all done. I already dug into this one. It is so good. You have to eat it warm out of the oven. You just have to. So this is how it looks when it's completely done. As you can see, it's pretty solid to the touch. So this is actually how I kind of go by when it's baking. When I think it looks like it's finished, I will pull it out and kind of touch it. And if it is solid, I'll pull it out. If it is not solid, I'll put it back in the oven. I thought it takes like an hour, but these didn't take that long. It took about 40 minutes or so, 45 minutes to bake these. Like I said, if you were to just do 2 regular pans, it might take closer to an hour because you have fuller pans. But since I do it this way, it didn't take quite an hour. So there we have fresh banana bread. All right, you guys, I am also going to be making peach cobbler. It's one of our favorites, and it's so easy. It's like ridiculously easy, if I can say that word. I believe there's like 5 or 6 ingredients to make this. Super easy. You can make it all in one pan if you want to. I usually just mix it in like a mixing cup, like a larger mixing cup, not like the smaller ones. I'll show you guys here in a little bit how I do mine, but it is so easy, so easy. I always make this like for football Sundays if I need something easy, or like tonight it's like dreary and cold outside and I want an easy dessert. Only thing is it takes an hour to bake in the oven. So I'm actually gonna get started, and I'm gonna turn my oven on 350 for that. I just got done baking the banana bread, and all at once I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make some peach cobbler for tonight's dessert. I'm also gonna make some tacos, some beef tacos for dinner. So let's get started with the cobbler. Okay, so I just gathered all of my ingredients that I need. So for the peaches, I do, if you have canned peaches, we do homemade canned peaches like the Amish style way. I do 2 cans. Now, if you're buying them, I would do at least 2 cans as well. If you're buying your peaches, these are obviously gonna be better. They're like really fresh and they're really good. And then I just melted my butter in this cup, and then this is what I'm gonna use to like mix it all up. So you're gonna need flour, sugar, baking powder, milk, and then your peaches. And it's really, really easy. And we're just gonna mix everything together in that big mixing cup and then pour it into our larger pan and bake it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, that's it for the peach cobbler. It literally took me like five minutes at the max to stir that all together and then put it in the oven. And if you are a little bit more in a hurry and you do want it faster, you can always turn that up to 400 and it will be done a lot faster for you if that's something that you need. All right guys, peach cobbler is all done. So this is kind of how it's supposed to look when it's done. Ignore this, but this is how it's supposed to look when it's all done. Nice and brown and crispy on the top. You can see it's kind of dense to the touch. So there's the peach cobbler, completely finished. We are gonna top this off with vanilla ice cream yet, and it's just gonna be a yummy dessert for this chilly evening. Good morning. I am headed to Mom's house this morning. She called me yesterday and was like, I'm gonna make chili soup. If you want any, let me know and bring your ingredients because we're gonna make chili soup today. So I'm headed to Mom's house right now. I'm in their driveway. They have a long driveway. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna hop on here really quick and do this, and then hopefully I will be able to record some of the process with you guys of the chili soup and how we make it. My mom is Amish, so the house might be a little bit dark. There's no electricity, so there's no bright lights here, and I don't have my ring light or anything like that. So we'll see how this process goes. All right, we are all done with the chili soup. We just got in the vehicle and it's so cold. So I'm gonna sit here for a little bit and record this, finish the YouTube video. The canning for the chili soup takes 3 hours. So we're not gonna wait. We made caramel corn in the meantime. Look how good that looks. Hopefully sometime I can do a YouTube video just on that alone and maybe some other holiday goodies, but we're gonna head home and start making dinner at home. It's about 2:15 now, so by the time we get home, it's gonna be time to put her down for a nap and then start dinner. So I hope you have a wonderful day and thank you for watching.